Royalty takes center stage today on the ice in Barcelona. Yuzuru Hanyu, the reigning Grand Prix champion. He's been spectacular this season. He soared in the short program, setting a new world record. Today, he looks to add another jewel to his remarkable crown.
He is sitting in last place after the short program, and he has to take to the ice, well, everyone does, against this man, Japan's Yuzuru Hanyu, who right now is establishing himself as a living legend in the sport. He has set 3 straight world records, and we have a feeling he'll do it again in the long because he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Ready to go with Grand Prix final figure skating from Barcelona, Spain. Here to set the scene, Andy alongside Kurt Browning and Carol Lane.
Thank you, Scott. It is the final day of the Grand Prix final, and one skater who's stealing the show from everyone, as today we're going to focus on men's and ladies, is Japan's Yuzuru Hanyu. Just a couple weeks ago, he set the world record in both the short, long, and overall. And here he is just a couple weeks later doing it once again in the short program. This was after NHK Trophy, new score there, beating out Patrick Chan, who held on at 295.27. That was set in 2013. And Kurt, as a great competitor yourself, who's gone up against great competitors, you've seen great competition. What is Yuzuru doing to separate himself from the pack?
Well, I used Victor Petrenko as my motivation. He must be looking at one of the gods on Mount Olympus for his motivation. What you're seeing is quads eloquently landed with a wind behind him, and then musicality. He's got it all. And that new score looks like a typo, not a record.
Well, looking at Yuzuru right now, the only way anybody's going to be able to catch him is if he doesn't do his taxes. So if we're still having this conversation going into Olympic year, it's going to be incredible.
Antonio. So great job by Javier Fernandez there. But yes, we do have Yuzuru Hanyu coming on up. Here's a look at the past men's champion. So Yuzuru, we've been talking a lot about the world records he's been setting. But in fact, if he ends up winning again this year, he'll be the first ever to win 3 straight Grand Prix titles.
And he's got the right program to do it, that is for sure. Hanyu invites you into this performance even before the music starts. You have really no choice but to accept that invitation, because he's so completely invested. Yuzuru chose the music from the movie Onmei Oji, and he taps into not only the delicate yet strong movements of the main character, but the Zen-like mental philosophy as well. He's filled with confidence in both his character and his jumps, and he controls the stage with a sensual touch. Now, judging by how consistent he's been lately, I doubt he'll need any help from us, so I think we'll just let his skating do the talking.
Japan's Yuzuru Hanyu continues to carve his name in the history books. He's a world champion, an Olympic champion, a national champion, and he's not giving that crown away.
That was 4.5 minutes of total skating perfection again.
Yeah, it would seem that lightning does strike in the same place twice.
Oh, my Lord.
Bringing the crowd to their feet. Everyone enjoyed that. We will have his marks when we return. And yes, the big question is, can he once again set a world record that he himself continues to set? We will have that when we return here on Road to the Olympic Games. In the meantime, Hanyu is going to soak up the love from the crowd. Welcome back. We are in Barcelona, Spain, and we just witnessed another fabulous skate by Japan's Yuzuru Hanyu, setting world records in shorts and long prior to this competition at NHK Trophy, but he looks like he's going to do it again.
I don't know about the record, but definitely he's done it again. And the landing of the quad into a spread eagle, there's so many moments. The footwork with the simple cross rolls that has so much regalness to him. And when he looks back, watch this, that was an under-rotated quad toe, lands it anyways, and then the look on his face as he looks down at the ice and say, "How dare you, quad toe? Nothing is gonna stop me.
I'm invincible."
That's right. It's pretty cool.
Well, he definitely seems like he cannot be rattled. These last few weeks, he has owned this sport. And he will need 182.01 to take the lead. You can see the other competitors right now. Fernandez holding
how
on
much
to the
is he
top.
going to get?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, Fernandez showing respect.
How could you not?
I think he's going,
Yeah.
what the heck are you eating, man?
Oh, wow. 219.48.
There
That is
Jeez.
another world record.
Look at Brian, you Canadian, being all humble.
But inside there's a little me that's going, yeah!
Oh, it's pretty loud, and it
That
should
is
be.
phenomenal. Well, and
History.
Fernandez and Hanyu, training buddies in Toronto. Brian Orser, you have two skaters who both broke the 200-point threshold
Now-
in the long.
Quick little thought, Yuzu has to handle that now. He's competing against his own ghost for the rest of the year in a way.
Incredible. 3 straight Grand Prix titles for Hanyu, the first man to do that. Fernandez with the silver, Shoma Uno with the bronze. Well, he made up huge ground there in the long, finishing 4th, but not enough to get him on the podium. I don't think that smile's going to come off Hanyu's face anytime soon. And how about the young Shoma Uno? Very impressive to get on the podium in his first ever senior Grand Prix final. And Fernandez once again capturing silver. He did the same last year on home soil.